Welcome to Reality NSFW, and we are so excited to talk about episode 10 of MTV's The Challenge. But before we do, here's a quick word from one of our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by Four Sigmatic, a functional food company that is well known for its incredibly delicious mushroom coffee. And they're having an incredible winter sale happening right now.
I've been starting my day with their mushroom ground coffee, and this dark, smooth, crash-free coffee helps support my immune system with every cup. It is organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee beans, ground and ready to brew in whatever method makes you happy. Not only is it so smooth, but mushroom coffee is also easy on my gut and doesn't leave me with that awful midday crash.
Now, I'm a realtor, Zack, and every morning my phone starts ringing about 7 a.m. So I have to be ready to go on a moment's notice. I switched over to Four Sigmatic coffee, and I'm alert. I'm ready to go, and I'm not dreading that next hour of racing to the bathroom.
Oh, I hear you. And all of Four Sigmatic's nutrient-dense, elevated essentials are organic and rigorously lab-tested. I think you'll love them as much as I do.
Not only does Four Sigmatic always have a 100% money-back guarantee, but right now you can try their amazing products for up to 50% off. I'm definitely stocking up on mushroom coffee.
On top of up to 50% off, we've worked out an exclusive additional 10% off sale on all products. This is just for Reality NSFW listeners. And to claim this deal, you must go to foursigmatic.com/survivor.
Hurry, this sale ends on the 23rd, so stock up on this smooth, crash-free coffee right away. Head over now to foursigmatic.com/survivor. That's foursigmatic.com/survivor.
And here we are. I'm Zack Hacker, joined as always by the notorious Jonny Fairplay. And we thought we had Ambergeddon last week, but that was just foreshadowing. We get an Amber Hall brawl. We have someone joining us who I would never put in the category of fake bitch. We have the rookie of the season, Amber Martinez. Amber, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you for that intro. It was really amazing. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're great.
Yeah,
we're great. The peek behind the curtain, like, you know, we've exchanged some pleasantries via Twitter. You liked our coverage comment last week, and I was like, hey, let me ask Amber M to be on the show, and no idea what was going to happen. And so for everyone, they're just like, you guys are spoiled. You're not helping our cause. This is purely happenstance, coincidence. This is not the episode that I wanted to have you on, Amber.
I thought you hit me up because you knew I was gonna go home for some reason. I was like, okay, let me just pop up.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. This is not. I would have liked to have had you on this week and then had you on for the finals to talk about your win.
I know. So next time for sure.
Next time for sure. And honestly, your fiery spirit, it was not lost on all the viewers, especially myself. We will see you back on a challenge. I mean, this was the hall brawl was not made for you, but I think the challenge was. I mean, because like that never say die attitude. We've seen so many complacent challengers. Fear the crater, and I think that not only did you win my respect, but most importantly, you won over TJ's, and I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, that means a lot. Once he, gave that speech at the end, and we all want to hear like, so do you want to see me next season? And once he said that, I'm like, I did my job. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. So you got to give us the scoop. Is Corey actually cursed? What's the deal with working with Corey?
Oh my God, that curse is real. Come on, 6 partners. That's crazy to me. I was really scared to be his partner. And also, I had lost 2 partners before too. So it's just like, we're both cursed. Let's see whose curse is stronger. And clearly, I got the boot.
Yeah, but you didn't get pregnant. So
I did get pregnant. Thank God. Lord, thank God. You know what's funny? I remember going home that night after finding out Corey was my partner, and I put a pillow in my stomach, like under my shirt. I'm like, great. Now I'm cursed and I'm pregnant.
I love it. I love it.
Uh,
All right, so let's walk through the episode. We began like I like a lot of these. They've been hit and miss this season. The previously on the challenge, and this week, one of my faves. We have my favorite, Zack's.
of course you love this. God.
Zack's arch enemy. We have the lovely and talented Devin saying, "When I shoot my shot, I don't miss," and of course he misses. I thought that was a good little humble moment for
Funny.
for the Devin hate out there. You know, the fact that he can laugh at himself, I think was fun.
Yeah. It's good to see like a little different playful side of, Devin.
Yeah. So what I bring this up because we see early in the season Devin with a broken cigarette telling you to get the fuck out of the couch area. You guys aren't cool. You guys aren't friend. But then rewind to last week, and you're like, "Is it okay if I'm here?" And Devin's the first to chirp. Yeah, of course. What was that relationship like?
So I asked that question because that was also Michi's room, and I was in there because he was in there. So once he went home, I was like, so am I allowed in this room? Can I still hang out with you guys or no? But Devin and I, obviously after that little fight we had, we weren't fucking with each other at all. But then once Gabby and him became partners, her and I were on the same alliance, and we just had to put our prides aside just to make sure the numbers worked on our side.
And it felt like you guys had the numbers going into this episode, based on last week's results. Like the Big Brother alliance is real. It's a threat. And I'm just shocked. And, it's not, Big Brother presents the challenge. It's MTV's the challenge. So you would think that the overall MTV alliance would have absolute power here.
Right.
And it's the exact opposite. I mean, like this Big Brother thing is so legit. And I don't know how the season plays out. Once again, I'm purposely not spoiled. As I mentioned last week, I was going to do coverage of last season's season of the challenge, and the person I asked to join me, I was like, hey, I don't know anything. I don't want to know anything. I'm thinking about, like we usually cover Survivor and Big Brother and stuff like that. We're thinking about, broaden the horizons to the challenge. Would you be interested in covering? And she goes, oh, absolutely. I would love to. And I just can't believe so-and-so and so-and-so won. And I'm like, never mind. I'm out. I have no desire to. I mean, like when a new Star Wars movie comes out, I'm there opening night. Like I have the $40. Like I see it in IMAX. I have the exclusive ticket. No spoiler. Like all the Avengers movies. Like I am opening night. I'm there. I just having it spoiled. It's worthless to me.
It is.
And so I have no idea on this, but without knowing how this thing plays out, I think Big Brother is showing that they are the dominant. Like it's as of right now, it appears to be their show, and I think going forward, I think that target is so huge on all of them moving forward that they're going to have to. I would be shocked if it wasn't half Big Brother versus half everyone else.
Right.
Because they would have to.
That'll be really good.
Well, up until this point, that
would not be good. I don't want to see that. I have no desire to see that. I'm a CBS guy, and I don't want to see that.
No, but up until this point, the townspeople don't.
Life. I've never watched it, and that was my mistake going into the challenge because I'm here watching an episode of the challenge, trying to study people and these eliminations and these challenges. But I should have been studying how these Big Brother players were playing because clearly I got played. Yeah,
they're dirty. Big Brother is more of a cerebral game, whereas the challenge is more of a physical game. But the people they chose from Big Brother are the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, Fessy's like, there's a lot of Fessy hate out there. Fessy's a beast. So, and when you have someone like Casey who's a total package, pulling the strings for a Fessy, not a bad alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Zach,
what's up?
Sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, we're well past my point. But let's get to the first few minutes of the episode. I have my first bitch and complaint of the episode, and that is for the challenge editors. Do better. The last 3 episodes, I've known exactly how these episodes were going to end based on the first 2 confessionals I see. What are the first 2 things we see this episode? Well, we have Fessy saying, well, Big Brother's got 3 skulls. Amber B's ready to go in and get her skull. Great. And then we've got Corey talking about how he's cursed and he's going to lose another partner. Great. Yeah. I knew exactly where this episode was going. Thanks a lot, MTV.
Oh, wow. I'm glad I'm not that perceptive. I'm not that good at I'm kind of a Survivor expert and I don't like the red herrings. I'm just like, yeah, I didn't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, the episode is a lot of fun, but yeah, I just hate when they broadcast exactly what's going to happen early on.
You can tell who's going to go home and, who's going to go down between.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I guess just because I'm so new to watching the challenge versus Survivor that I kind of just tune out all the television stuff and I just jump in and just embrace it and I'm just like, I'm stupid. Feed me colors and sounds and pictures and I hopefully that works out it feels as though that works out for me more so than you, Zack.
I mean, under those criteria, I think you would enjoy everything on television.
I do. I wish I could watch more television than I do. So yeah, I like pretty much everything I watch. So, but I am selective. But I think the ones that I choose, I've been very fortunate. So if I choose poorly, I would probably enjoy it just the same.
Yeah, there you go.
Talks about my dating relationship as well.
The next thing we see early on is Devin making a deal to give CT a shot at Josh. Devin is still operating under the assumption that Josh is the biggest layup of the people with skulls, that Josh is the one everyone wants at, whereas I think Devin might be the one everyone is wanting to face in the crater.
Sure.
But we've got these are like some of the only MTV people who seem to be really banding together and saying, let's take care of the Big Brother folks. That was what I was trying to say earlier. From the start, the Big Brother people have said, we're Big Brother against the world. The challenge people didn't see Big Brother as a set thing they had to go after. It was never the challenge versus Big Brother, but Big Brother always thought of it that way.
Yeah, and they were also very social, so they were making alliances and connections with other people from other alliances. So they were definitely playing, their game smart.
Yeah. I mean, you see, you would think the Big Brother people would only align with themselves, with their partners. You have Casey, who is potentially one of the strongest competitors on the female side. And, when given the opportunity to change partners and drop Leroy, she's like, nope, I'm here with Lynn. I'm like, wow. I'm like, these guys are playing. I mean,
yeah.
Because think about it, she could take a Fessy or whoever, that's potentially just as good as Leroy, but keeping Leroy on her side, that just makes that web that much bigger.
Right, for sure, because Leroy's connected to Cam and Nani, and then they're connected with people. So it was just, they're playing smart.
Yeah, you could see it even in the daily that we'll get to later. But why are people handing Josh his puzzle pieces? I was shocked at that. But yeah, they're really well networked.
Right.
Yeah. So next we see the fact that Fessy is getting in Gabby's head and potentially her pants. And we also learn that Gabby's got some soft lips. Hopefully, I'll find out. I don't know.
Amber, what's your girl doing?
I tried to warn her to stay away. I swear. And I just, when you just keep telling somebody something and it's just going in one ear and out the other. I was like, all right, girl, you're on your own. But if he ends up turning into a snake and backstabs you, don't say I didn't tell you so.
Fessy's a good-looking guy, though, right?
Yeah, he's good looking. Like, I'll give him that, but I just feel like his personality matches with those good looks, you know?
I've heard that he looks better on TV than he does in person. Is that true?
Um, yeah, I would say.
Okay. It's confirmed.
How many gold chains does he have?
Between him and Josh, I'm gonna say probably like 30.
Oh, wow. Are most of them from Forever 21?
I'm done. You know, it's funny because I shared a room with Josh and Fessy. So when we would go out to the clubs, they'd be like, bro, what chain? Should I wear the silver chain? Should I wear both? It was funny.
I did a show called Reality with Trishelle and Tanya and Katie Doyle from the challenges. And Trishelle had a bag of jewelry, and like Tanya had thrown it on the dresser or whatever. And Trishelle's like, watch my fucking shit. That's like $11 from Forever 21. It was an entire Ziploc bag of jewelry.
That's so funny.
So we also learn that the relationship between Lolo and Nam is not as great as we were hoping in the beginning of the season. We were thinking that we were going to get these biogenetically engineered super warrior kids out of this relationship, and now we're learning that teamwork makes the dream work, but Nam is only thinking business and Lolo wants both.
Right. Honestly, I felt last night I was watching a novella because I was like, are we really watching this for this long? I'm so confused. Like, we get it. You guys don't get along and you don't want to be partners. Like, we get it.
It's amazing. We started this season saying this might be the strongest duo in the history of the challenge, to now saying this might be the worst set of partners that has ever been on the challenge.
Yeah. And it's crazy what communication can do to a team, because they're both so fit, so strong, and their communication is what has, you know, made their relationship and team just go downhill.
It's so crazy, like when they're talking to one another, like, you know, we have Nam put out there, you know, Nam's English isn't the best.
Mm-hmm.
However, I understood everything he was saying. You know, he was just like, look, you know, like, we're here to win the challenge. This is a business situation in which we're paired together as a team, and collectively as a business, we need to win. And we have Lolo, who I'm deciphering to figure out that like by taking pieces of words and putting them together, that she's thinking that they're a couple at this point. They're a romantically involved couple. She uses zero verbiage that express love or relationship in any way I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, like, they're like, if as I said, I can look at pretty pictures and sounds and be easily entertained. If a girl had expressed herself to me like that and threw it all out there and left the conversation going, well, we're probably getting married in 2 weeks, I wouldn't know we were fucking dating. So I mean, I have my own theories, and none of this is to be mean. Because, like, I like Lolo. I think she's good TV. I think she's crazy in a good way. So let me preface it with that. But I almost feel that she's a victim of management, like that she has a team that tells her, like, this is what the Lolo brand does, and this is how the Lolo brand feels, and this is what and she's just like acting from that brand and not as a person.
Yeah.
Do you think there's some semblance of truth to this?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like she's used to doing things a certain way, and I think she was trying to apply that with her partnership with Nam, and it's just like, it's not the same thing. Like, you're an Olympian athlete, and this is not really the same as the challenge. Like, you have to strategize, and you have to be sneaky sometimes, and you have to do this and that, but you also have to communicate. And she was just like so hard on Nam sometimes, and Nam is also stubborn and wasn't listening, so it just wasn't a good mix, honestly.
But
Yeah, what was Nam like in the house when he wasn't with Lolo? We don't get a whole lot of Nam with other people.
Nam is super quiet. He's, he was always playing chess or always playing games with people. Super low key, always working out. Even when it was pouring, raining outside, he was working out no matter what.
Who else is working out in the rain?
Nobody in the rain.
So, we heard Leroy brought like a ventilator mask to run.
Yes, he did. He would run outside of the house we were staying in.
Okay. But do you feel that there's an emotional detachment from Lolo that's like you see with these super athletes, like if you watch the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO Max, there's just this disconnect, and it's from it's like you're a machine. You were bred and made to be this machine that is number one in your life, and all these other things are secondary, and you see relationships just like work, and like, as I said, like the way she talks, as I said, she was talking, as I said, I may have deciphered the code wrong, but I feel like she was just like, their potential relationship. And there was no emotionally connecting words she's using because she's talking about this relationship as a business.
Right. Yeah.
That's so strange.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, their relationship to me, like, being there witnessing it and also watching it on TV, it's just like a little cringy, because I'm just seeing like her, trying to put an effort because she also likes him. It's not just like a team and, teamwork thing, but you can also just tell that he's just not like interested in a way. But then he would also say in the house that he was to her, but it was just like so annoying. And I didn't talk to the both of them in the beginning because I don't know. They were like kind of annoying sometimes.
She's a little intimidating as well, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I remember one day in the back of the bus, I would always sit like in the front, and everybody would have like these cliques. I'm like, okay, let me just interact. Like, I need to interact. I need to force myself. And I went to the back of the bus and I saw her sitting alone. So like, okay, let me take this opportunity to talk to this girl and get to know her. And she's really nice. She's really nice. She's crazy, but like in a good way. Exactly like that, in a good way.
So
yeah, it's so strange to me to see her crying later in this episode about their.
You did not see her crying.
Yeah, sorry, you're right.
There were no tears.
You're right.
And based on the preview for next week, she does have the ability to make tears. She's not a robot. So I think all that stuff during deliberation was some bullshit, but we'll get to that later. So,
but like the way their relationship is talked about, and the way each of them are so emotional, and it's like annoying to watch, and I didn't even live through it because I'm like, I've seen your backstory. There is no backstory. Just move along.
Right.
Yeah, you have no baggage. Just keep going. And we'll keep going with the episode. The next thing we see, Amber B, still not in a good spot. And Amber M, I'm so glad I don't have to call you Amber M this whole episode, because that has been so annoying all season. What is your relationship with Amber Borzotra like? Have you squashed the beef, or is it still tense?
Well, so when filming was over, Amber reached out to me, and she was like, hope all is well. I'm so sorry that I voted for you. It was just like a game, and coming out of that experience, I was like, you know what? It's just a game. I'm not going to hold these grudges. It is what it is. Hope you're doing well. And then as I'm watching these episodes, this girl didn't vote for me once. She didn't vote for me twice. She didn't vote for me 3 times. She voted for me so many times. And you could have given me a heads up, because when I was in the house, she literally would come up to me. I didn't vote for you. You're my girl. I got your back. And it's just like, damn, you lied to me the whole time. I stood up for you, because you can't stand up for yourself for everybody. Everybody would talk about her, and I would stand up for her because she was my friend. And just to see how she was lying to me the whole time, like, I just I don't know. I don't really care to be her friend. You know, I hope she's well, but like, I don't care at this point. I was trying to be friends, like not trying to be friends. Like I accepted her apology, but now like I don't know. I just think
Yeah,
she's fake. And
yeah,
by what
she's so low key in the confessionals. We've seen hardly any of her, but she's played a really snaky game so far.
yeah, for sure.
I like it.
And it's just have other alliances, like fine, I get it. This is what the game is about, but don't like go out your way to come up to me and like try to reassure me that you're my friend and you didn't vote for me and this and that. Meanwhile, you're like telling people, "Oh, don't tell Amber I voted for her, please, please, please." You know, like that's just like shady and fake to me.
Like I don't feel as though the challenge is so strategic in that if Amber B had come up to you and been like, you know, hey, I'm in the rookie alliance. I like you guys. You guys are my friends. You guys are fun. You guys are cool. I'm obviously also in the Big Brother alliance because I'm from Big Brother. Like, I don't really see that being I don't think you're fighting about that.
I'm not fighting about that. And I made that clear to her. I told her, like, if you want to be in an alliance with other people, go ahead. I was like, I'm trying to help you win too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want all to make it to the final. And that's what our itty bitty committee alliance was about. All of us, you know, getting a gold skull and making it together and made the best girl win. But she would just go out her way. Like, I wouldn't have to ask her, like, did you vote for me? Like, she would literally go out her way and be like, I didn't vote for you. You're my girl. Like, I got your back. And then when I would get voted, like the first time with Nelson and the second time with Michi, I came back. She's like, I'm so happy you're back here. Like, I love you so much. Like, I can't believe those people voted for you and want you out. You know, like, just stay shut. Like, you don't have to say all those things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I take it personal, because you're going out your way to tell me these things. Like, you don't have to. Just be quiet. That's it.
I agree.
Oh, I just remembered that you were partners with Nelson when that whole thing happened, when he got eliminated. What was going through your head during that betrayal?
So first of all, I'm thinking it's a girl day. So I see the whole brawl. I'm like, great, I'm gonna die. And then when I hear Tori and Devin say Fessy, I was shocked. And I didn't really know what was going on because I didn't hear Fessy tell Tori, oh, throw me in, until I got back to the house. So, you know, I found out the tea. But when Nelson and I were down there and Anissa and Fessy was down there, I'm thinking I'm about to go in a hall brawl against Anissa. And I'm like, this is my last day on earth. Thank you, God.
You could have hurdled Anissa.
I'm sorry?
You could have hurdled over her. And
you know what's so funny? Kyle, he was like, if you were in that hall brawl with Anissa, I would have told you to just hurdle over her. Just jump as high as you can over her. Don't go under her. And I'm like,
no. No.
But it was hard. It was really hard because Nelson was my only friend at that time. I wasn't friends with the girls yet. And I had lost my friend, my only friend in the house, and my partner, you know. So it was hard for sure.
Yeah. A flashback real quick, Amber. I got to say this. Like, so episode 1 of the challenge is episode 1, but there's an episode before episode 1 in which you guys move into the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, kind of a meet the cast deal. Yeah. And that's, I guess, considered episode 0. I don't know. It's not episode 1. So, but I thought you had one of the cutest moments of the entire episode because you're like, you walk up to someone, you're like, hey, I'm Amber. What do you do? And like they kind of give you this look. It's like, bitch, I do the challenge. That's what that's our job. We do the challenge.
That is a fact. We just here and then live our best lives the rest of the time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that made me so happy. Like when I saw you ask, I was like, "Oh no!" Like you're not from like that's all they do. Because if you get asked enough, it's really hard to keep a job and be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to dip out for a few months. Is that cool?" Right, because like, you know, real jobs are like, "No, that ain't."
Yeah, honestly, I was just trying to like make conversation, feel out the vibes, and also, you know, see whose life seemed more interesting.
Yeah. As it was one of the cutest moments ever. What do you do? They're like, this. Hopefully twice a year.
Speaking of the challenges, we're at the daily challenge, and I can't remember what they called this one, but we're digging up puzzle pieces.
Mission Black Sand Ops.
Okay, that is a reach, TJ, but I like it. We're digging up puzzle pieces and assembling an Icelandic totem. This was fun. I really like when they mix these interpersonal dynamics into the daily challenges where you can help each other out or screw each other over. That's always a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. Like my favorite part of any challenge like this is watching Lolo run. I mean, it's just so amazing watching her. Like, I mean, she could lap the field on anything. Like we saw this on the first challenge, first day, episode 1 on episode 0. And then we see this again today. And it was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. What I did not like is the answer key. On Survivor, you're not getting a fucking answer key. How many, what was it, 10 pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Figure out 10 fucking pieces, people. It's a 10-piece puzzle.
It was a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care. I don't care if it takes 2 fucking hours. I'm not giving you the fucking answer key. That's like doing a true false quiz and it's like, hey, over here's T and F. Just walk over there and look.
Well, Nani insisted that she could see the answer key from where they were doing the puzzle. Amber, was there any chance that she could see that far accurately?
There's no way, honestly.
Okay.
There's no way. It was like a far run from our podium where our puzzle pieces were. Corey and I ran back twice to make sure because we literally got the first 6 pieces from the top. We just couldn't get the bottom 4 because the
bottom were the easiest 4.
No, the top were easy. You had the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the mustache.
You had the V. You had the V in the mouth.
But the thing was, the puzzle piece had 2 sides of it, so it would confuse you. Like, I don't know, it was super weird.
We're gonna have to send you some perplexer puzzles before you go back. Get the puzzle game down.
Shout out survivorpuzzle.com. Use promo code FAIRPLAY.
I hope you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Amber, you are extra motivated because of Corey's 2 girls. And I thought that was a really cool little moment there. I'm sitting there, I'm just like, you know what? Bless this little girl. I mean, like, there's a lot of people, like, it's crazy because you have, like, isn't Nani's, like, married to, like, an NFL all-star, right?
That's Teresa.
Oh, that's Teresa. Okay, I thought it was Nani. Okay, I feel a little better because like Leroy's like, I want Nani to get that money. I'm just like, she's married to an NFL All-Star. She don't need that money. All right, that's Teresa. I feel a little better now. All right. Well, I thought I thought your heart was just like once again, I think that speaks to if it were true, it's just like, man, Leroy's a nice motherfucker. It's just like, this bitch is rich and he still wants her to get the money. Good on him. I would not feel that way. So, but you're sitting there like you're like, hey, like, you know, this Corey dude's a good dude. He's got 2 little girls. You know that. I think it helps not only out there for good television, but more so to get cast to be single on the challenge. And so for someone with kids, you know, the back's against them to even be a part of this. And so,
Right.
so for Corey to have 2 daughters, you know, I think his back was against the wall to even be on the show. And so for you to you know, not only do this for yourself, but to do that for your partner and the 2 daughters, I thought it was a pretty cool little moment.
Thank you. Yeah, I shared a room with Corey as well. And every morning, every night, every day, he was just looking at his pictures of his daughters and, you know, would always talk about them. So when him and I became partners, I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I was playing around a little bit when I was Michi's partner, but now, like, game on. Like, let's do this.
Yeah, it didn't seem like Michi was taking any of the competitions too seriously.
A question from the fans from Amber Waves. Why did you have to wear a helmet to dig in the sand?
We had our GoPros, our helmet.
Okay, it's just to hold the GoPro.
Us digging, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That is a good question. It's just like you're just fucking digging. I mean, I guess you could converge on one another for the same pile of sand to dig in, and safety first. But yeah, I think just a matter of that. So real quick, going back in time, right before the challenge, we saw Big T in bed. Big T ain't got no hair.
I missed this.
She has different hairstyles.
Apparently, and they're in a bag or in a box. She's Moira from Schitt's Creek. I had no clue. I'm sitting in bed. I'm just like, where's her hair?
Listen, I think that was right before she woke up, because it also showed her like in her blanket, and she always goes to sleep naked. So I know she just woke up.
We did later see you getting out of bed before the crater. Holy moly! Good on you.
I think Johnny's frozen. I have no idea what he's asking.
You had one of those little outfit things,
Well, Amber, I'll ask you while we're waiting on Johnny to come back. Is there a favorite challenge that you competed in of the daily challenges? I feel like there've been some that were some of my favorite I've ever seen, and there were some like the drone challenge.
That was the worst challenge ever. First
Yeah.
of all, that was boring to me. Like, come on, I was in the gym, and now you're telling me to fly a freaking airplane? Like,
Yeah, why'd I work out?
it was just I've never even played with a remote control anything, so I was just like confused. Definitely the worst challenge, but my favorite challenge was the truck challenge, where we had to like wrestle each other off the truck.
Yeah, that was
ours too.
Yeah, that was my favorite because it was physical, and I got to go against one of like the strongest girls in the house. So I knew that if I put up like at least a decent fight with her, that I can earn my stripes too.
There you go. So
Johnny, what were you trying to ask?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Johnny. What were you trying to ask?
Oh, well, during the challenge, Big Brother people were working together, and they seemed to be the only people really working together. Was that the case, or just the edit?
Well, they were working with each other, but there was other people working with other people. Like, I know I have found some of Gabby's and Big T's puzzles, and Big T kept finding Corey and I's puzzle pieces as well. So we were all definitely helping each other.
Okay. So
and there was also a part, I remember our first puzzle piece was found because Amber B and Darrell digged it out. And they're like, Amber, Corey, your puzzle piece, we digged it out. And I'm like, girl, I just dig yours back in.
I love
That's
it.
incredible. The one person who we got a lot of confessionals about everyone throwing their pieces back under was Devin. And despite everyone working against him and Gabby, they ended up having the winning strategy on the puzzle, I think, of Gabby take the top 5, Devin take the bottom 5, and only have to make one trip. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And really awesome explosions at the end of that for the reveal. Was that super cool?
Yeah. And, all their explosions are so caught off guard. You would think like, I'm gonna expect one, but it just like boom, mad randomly.
I love them. I mean, I was just like, man, I wish we had explosions on Survivor.
Yeah, I felt like I was in an action movie. Like all I needed to do was just like jump in slow motion, and I'm like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, the production value on the challenge is so high. Like even when you guys are getting ready for the club, it looks like it's Mission Impossible. I love it so much.
Yeah. So, and Josh shockingly not good at puzzles.
I'm sorry?
Josh shockingly not good at puzzles. I mean, despite being able to do the slide deal.
Yeah, I got to his head a little bit. He's like, I just got my gold skull off of this. I got it.
So yeah. All right. With that, let's take a quick word from our sponsors and come back and talk the second half and the crater with Amber M. Now that the holidays are over, it's all too common to set health goals that never actually stick. New Year's resolutions of the past, we're looking at you. And when it comes to eating better and consuming less sugar, let's be honest, most healthy snacks don't taste very good. They don't fill you up, and they certainly don't satisfy your cravings. This episode is sponsored by Monk Pack, who make snacks that taste like our favorite sugary treats, but with 1 gram of sugar or less.
Monk Pack Keto Granola Bars contain just 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of net carbs, and they're only 140 calories.
They're great for anyone following a keto lifestyle, but also the perfect snack for anyone who is trying to eat better or cut back on sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of these bars. I start my morning off with one every day. I mean, I can get lazy. I like to set some health goals for myself. That's my big focus in 2021. I'm watching shows like The Challenge, and I want to be a beast like CT. I need these Monk bars to start my day because they give me the energy and the power to push through some tough workouts, and I'm a huge fan.
I think CT could have used the Monk Pack keto granola bars. I mean, they have soft and chewy texture. They come in delicious flavors like coconut cocoa chip, maple pecan, and my favorite, peanut butter.
Ooh, they're so good, and they're perfect for a quick breakfast, a snack between Zoom calls, or a late night treat that you don't have to feel guilty about. In addition to being keto friendly, the bars are also gluten-free, grain-free, plant-based, and non-GMO with no soy, trans fats, sugar, alcohols, or artificial colors.
Hey, they taste incredible, and you can't beat the low sugar nutrition or taste that they provide. And by shopping online, you can avoid another trip to the grocery store by getting Monk Pack delivered right to your door.
Try it for yourself and you'll see. And we have a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first purchase of any Monk Pack product by visiting monkpack.com and entering our code SURVIVOR at checkout.
Yeah, and Monk Pack is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll exchange the product or refund your money, whichever you prefer. So to get started, just go to monkpack.com. That's monkpack.com and select any product. And then use promo code SURVIVOR. They love it when we do that at checkout for 20% off your purchase.
Monk Pack, delicious, nutritious foods you can count on, and we thank them for sponsoring Reality NSFW. Listen up, fellas, 2020 sucked. It's the new year, which means new balls with our sponsor, Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels and helping 2 million men all over the world get rid of the hair on their balls. If you let yourself go in 2020 while in quarantine, well, Manscaped is here for you to reboot and stay clean and shaved in 2021.
2021, I'm showing off my freshly trimmed balls, my freshly trimmed shaft, and of course, my beautiful butthole, thanks to Manscaped.
Manscaped is here to give you a fresh start in 2021 with their Perfect Package 3.0 that has all the right tools for the job. Come out of quarantine with clean balls thanks to the Lawnmower 3.0. This waterproof and skin-safe trimmer will reduce nicks to your two best friends. The third-generation trimmer even has a light to give you the glow-up you need in 2021. It's also time to freshen up down there this new year. The Crop Preserver is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? And for on-the-go freshness, you'll love the Crop Preserver Ball Toner Spray. 2020 was awful, so make sure your boys are refreshed and ready for new beginnings in 2021.
Manscaped even threw in their shed travel bag to keep all your goodies stored comfortably. Zach, did you notice we were at Hearts Reality a couple weeks ago? What's there on the bathroom counter? My Manscaped shed travel bag, of course.
The only way to travel.
The only way. And speaking of comfort, the Manscaped anti-chafing boxer briefs are also included and are hands down the best underwear that you'll ever wear. But when you take them off, clean balls. It's great. A guy with hairy balls is like the year 2020. Don't be that guy.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SURVIVOR at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code SURVIVOR at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use promo code SURVIVOR. Happy New Year to your balls.
And we are back.
We have first Manscaped balls here, Amber.
Oh, God. Let's keep moving. So Devin and Gabby are the double agents. I bet they're pissed they didn't win last week and get some Whoppers, though.
Right.
I think Devin would eat some Whoppers. He might be the only one on this cast.
Yeah. Would you have eaten Whoppers, Amber?
Back then, I would probably have loved winning that, but I don't eat red meat anymore. So for other people, like homeless people, I would have gave them like a sandwich or my family or something, you know?
Look at you. That is such a good way to turn that around. Oh, man. I'm over here being negative. I need to learn from you.
Yeah, I like that. I used to, I back pre-Survivor, I worked at the store in the Promenade in Santa Monica, and there was a homeless guy that always had the funniest signs. It's like, need money for beer or whatever, and he would do well, and people would leave like a Cheesecake Factory or whatever and bring him food and he'd eat it, and I would go out and chat with him. I was just like, how do you do, with panhandling? And he was like, I average, 75 to 150 a day. And I was like, cool. And he goes, do you watch Sopranos? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I love Sopranos. I was like, how? And he goes, I get a hotel. He goes, I make enough because, I live by the beach near an underpass or whatever, homeless. He goes, but once a week I get a hotel room. And he goes, and me and my friend, we've been doing Sunday nights so that we can watch Sopranos and Sex and the City.
I love that.
He goes, I love Charlotte. I was like, holy moly, are you fucking kidding me?
Watching that last night. I'm a sucker for Sex in the City.
So there you go. The homeless once a week, if done correctly, you get to see all the good stuff on HBO. Or in 2021, use that Wednesday night hotel and watch the challenge.
Right.
How cool would it have been, like, if this was happening now, and it's just like, can you believe Amber M was eliminated in the crater? I'm like, what? As he's eating Cheesecake Factory, right. And I'm eating, a turkey sandwich I brought from home.
That's funny.
Well, back at the house, I felt like I was ready for a Josh and Devin confrontation this whole episode, as Devin is saying he's drunk with power, and we know how these two love to clown each other.
Mm-hmm.
Man, am I glad we didn't see it. That was so refreshing. Speaking of things that are annoying on the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. They were always going at it, and they're editing it like if it's just like a regular argument, but their arguments were so intense. And the last, I don't know, I think it was like 2 episodes ago where it was like Fessy, Devin, Josh all arguing.
Yes, my favorite episode of the season.
That was worse than what they edited it to be, honestly, because they were arguing and fighting, I think, for like 4 hours straight. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God. Living with it is awful.
I did love Big T shutting it down. She was like, not tonight. I have a headache. Stop it. And that was it.
And everyone listens to Big T because she's so sweet. So they're like, all right, just for you.
So when they did come back from the house, we did have CT explaining to the viewers at home that Devin is as genuine as he can be to me. And I thought, in the history of backhanded compliments, pretty good. So it was like on Survivor, like I was known for being a bad guy and a liar. And there was a confessional from Dara, and she goes, Jonny lies. All he does is lie. But I think he's telling me the truth. And the viewers are like, oh, he's not. I assure you he's not.
Yeah, that's definitely happened to me this season. I was like, Kyle's not lying to me.
Right. So at the club, we figure out that Gabby wants a skull, and that this is not the Devin show. Now, confrontations like this, free advice from Jonny Fairplay, discussing this while drinking, never good.
Right.
But that doesn't stop them.
No, I loved about this episode. Now, I hated that, Amber, you went home. I was a big fan of the spice that you brought to this season. That part sucked. But the rest of this episode, I loved, because Devin was getting shit on from start to finish. Everyone wasn't working with him. All the confessionals were Devin's an idiot. Even Devin himself had to eat some humble pie by the end. It was so good. Yeah. I think the time's coming.
He wanted to put fear in everyone's eyes. Like, if you don't vote for Josh and Nany, I'm going to throw you in. And people like, do you think I'm scared of you?
Well, you know what? I think that works at the beginning of the season. The first half of the season, I think that strategy works. The second half of the season, you guys want to go in.
Right.
So it's just like, hey, if you vote against me, I'm going to put you in. It's like, awesome.
Right.
like, thank you. Challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
So I being a Devin fan personally, and I may be in the minority, and that's fine. I can live with that. You know, not everyone was a Jonny Fairplay fan. I get it. I understand. This was not a good episode for Devin.
Yeah.
However, I'm hoping that this is one of those eye openers in which he can take a step back, reassess, and come back with a new plan, because this plan is not working. And I think that I like to think that Devin is one of the more cerebral players in the game, and hopefully that this episode gave him the opportunity to be like, okay, plan B.
Right.
So.
To put that in a CT fashion, I also think that Devin thinks that he's one of the more cerebral players in the game.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Hey, did I mention next week's guest?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Devin. There we
Are
go.
you serious? Good. Great.
Yeah, you're welcome. Zack is a big fan.
Yeah.
It's not true. But I am. I have a man crush. I'm putting together I'm gonna bring a best friend sheet and with boxes, so to figure out if we can be best friends.
He's all right. I mean, like, he was obviously like rude in the beginning, him and I, with that fight, but then we became close, and then once him and Gabby won that challenge, I immediately went up to them in the club and I was like, guys, I'm making myself the house vote. And Devin's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. I've been saying this for like a week and a half now. When I was rogue, I was like, I'm going to go throw myself in next time. He's like, no, you're ruining my plan, Amber. You're not going to do that. Because if you do that, guess what? I'm going to throw Lolo Jones against you. And I'm like, go ahead. I don't care. I don't care who I go against. You know, like, eventually I have to go against someone. And I obviously didn't want to go against my friends. So I'm like, all right, all the other people are up for grabs. I obviously didn't want to see Lolo in a hall brawl, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like scared to go against her.
Was there a type of elimination you were hoping to see when you went down?
I really wanted a pole wrestling elimination, because I feel like that you can just like play dirty and be quick, and I don't know, that's just something I feel like people can definitely prove themselves in, and so I wanted something physical for sure.
Did you put that out there into the universe? Did you say that? I mean, like, you know, peek behind the curtain. If you say, like, I think production liked you. I mean, you got plenty of airtime, especially for a rookie. If you say that enough to production in your confessionals, they're like, hey, this girl in a hall brawl is probably going to get mauled. What's the fun in that? Or did you kind of keep that?
Hall brawl, I'm like, why?
Or did you keep that on? Did you openly say that you wanted the poll challenge?
I did say it like twice. Right before when I was telling people I wanted to throw myself in, they'll be like, oh, well, you know that they're repeating these eliminations. Like, it's going to be a 50-50 chance. You're probably going to get either a hall brawl or a pole wrestling thing. And I'm like, I'm going to take my chances. Like, this is it. This is now. And, you know, I can't back down on my word. Like, this is it. Was I expecting a pole in the middle of the sand? Absolutely. But I knew going into the crater, there was a chance that was going to be a hall brawl. I was just hoping it wouldn't be a hall brawl. But yeah, we can't get what we want all the time.
Yeah. I like, if I'm production, I'm just like, no, we're not going to skew this, but at the same time, like, this, what's the point of this challenge? You against anyone? I mean, like, who could you have beaten in that challenge in the hall brawl?
I don't think anyone, but I heard, because like after, you know, the show, people talk. I heard that they thought maybe Gabby was going to throw herself in because she was making it seem that way. So they thought that would be like a good, you know, match, I guess.
Yeah.
But honestly, I personally don't think I would have beat anybody in a hall brawl.
Yeah.
That is just something that is not meant for me. But I'm happy that I did it because if I go into future seasons, I will never be scared to go into elimination because I did the most aggressive part one, even though I lost. But like, that's what I was scared of. I didn't want to see a hall brawl, but I guess that's why I got it because I was scared of it and I had to do it, So like, I'm not scared.
I think it got you
one with a weird twist too. It's not even just a straight up hall brawl. They're getting more stuff.
And they edited it. We literally did that like. We ran back and forth hitting each other like so many times. I wanted to just stop and quit. I was like, I don't quit. Like, I don't care if I can't breathe and the air is taken out of my stomach right now. Like, I can't quit. I'm not a quitter.
Did you guys like forget the ball part of it?
Oh, yeah. I grabbed Amber B's ball by accident and they were like, you got the wrong ball. And I threw it and I was just like, whatever.
So. Yeah, I think the fact that you did the hall brawl gets you back. So I think it wasn't optimal, but at the same time, if it gets you back and you're more you now know the game.
Right.
It's so much easier a second time and you're no longer a rookie.
Right.
So maybe, everything was meant to be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Why do you think Gabby didn't throw herself down since you brought that up? Was it friendship? Was it scared of the crater?
She told me that she didn't want to do any physical eliminations. She didn't want to get hurt. That was just, her excuse. She was hoping to see an elimination like what Natalie and Ashley did or Cam and Ashley.
Yeah.
So those are her type of eliminations she was hoping to get. She didn't want to do any pole wrestling, any hall brawl, nothing like that. Nothing physical contact.
But the Ashley Cam crater elimination, I think you beat Gabby.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I think I could have beat a lot of people in that.
Yeah. So I mean, like if she's waiting for that, the supposed biggest layup of the season, if you beat it, like I don't understand the rationale. Like, I mean, you're there and it's hall brawl. Like she liked her chances better on the thing with Cam and Ashley. She's insane.
Yeah.
Jonny, this is the girl who's making out with Fessy and is working with Devin. Let's be clear.
Hey.
And I like Gabby, but
no, all right, fair enough. All right. So Lolo and Cam are campaigning for the house and Nam wants to split right now. And Lolo gives Nam space for eternity. Good thing that Lolo isn't stubborn. When you give someone space for eternity, I feel like that is by definition stubborn.
Right. Stubborn and petty for sure.
Yes. So Amber B and Corey want to go in. Darrell said Amber M fell for the trap.
He did say that. I was like, what trap? You guys knew that I wanted to go in even before Corey was my partner. I didn't know who my next partner was going to be. And I was already telling everyone in the house going into their room, like, I'm ready to get my skull. So make me the next house vote.
Who would you would have dumped Corey if you had got your
100%. I would have dumped Corey. And I told him, like, I'm sorry. You are a great competitor, but if I win and get my skull, I'm going to partner up with someone who already has a gold skull. And not only that, I'm probably going to partner up with someone who's in a big alliance that I need to get myself into. And even though I wasn't fucking with Josh and Fessy, but they were high on not Josh, but I wasn't fucking with Fessy, but he was high on my list because he's in that Big Brother alliance. And I'm like, okay, I'm not in that, but let me put myself in that, So
if you had won a gold skull, you think Fessy would have been your pick?
Fessy or Leroy?
Like, gun to your head right now, who do you pick at that moment?
Probably Leroy.
Okay.
I think that's a good call. I mean, the two skulls together is going to be really important. Like we saw the frustration between Devin and Gabby because they have such conflicting interests as partners now because one has a skull and one doesn't. That's going to be huge going down the line.
Yeah, for sure. And like the same thing happened with him and Tori when, they won that challenge and she wanted to go in, but he was like, I have my gold skull. Like, please don't do this to me.
So you do not feel like you were manipulated into saying you wanted to go in?
Oh, no.
Darrell's retconning that?
Yeah, I was so confused when he said that. I was like, bro, I literally spoke to you even before Corey. Like when Teresa was going up for her skull, I was like, okay, like I want to get my next skull because Casey got her skull, Cam got her skull, Anissa, and I'm like, all right, I want a skull too. I want to sit with the vets with their skulls. So
sit with the cool kids.
Yeah.
All right. So are you a fan of Darrell confessionals?
Yeah, I think Darrell's really funny. He's
really we do. He's picked his spots throughout the season. I feel like second half of the season we're getting a little more Darrell. Like we got like 4 confessionals this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about that. I love Darrell.
Speaks to his prospects for the TJ's final.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a gold skull to run TJ's final. I don't know if you're aware of this, guys. He has not mentioned it the entire season, but you have to have a gold skull to run his final. Did you guys make fun of that in the house?
No, not that I know.
Oh, I think that speaks to the likability of TJ versus other hosts of reality competition shows.
Well, I'm sure he says a lot of stuff. We just see him say that every week. It probably doesn't stand out that much when he talks for a while.
Yeah. So next we see Lolo crying, but not a hint of tears during the deliberation. Were you buying that? I mean, like, I think there's some truth. I mean, I think she wants her fucking gold skull. I get all that, but like the crying without tears.
Mm-hmm.
Did people catch that?
Well, I definitely wasn't catching. I mean, I did catch that, but you can see in my face. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? I'm so confused. You already know that I was asking you to vote me in and trying to be the house vote, and now you're trying to be the house vote. I was a little confused, but I knew her and Nam were just not working well together. Yeah. But also, everybody didn't want to give them what they wanted because they're strong competitors. They wanted to keep them together.
Yeah. And like, is Nam so crazy to think like, yes, it's going to be difficult to get the house vote, and and that's obvious. We saw this week. If it was going to happen, it probably would have happened this week.
Right.
And so Nam's like, we have friends in good positions to where we will get our opportunity. Just wait it out. Is that so crazy of Nam strategy wise?
I feel like Nam just didn't have know the experience as much, and I feel like he was just like really trying to wait. And I'm thinking, not everybody's gonna have an opportunity to go into the crater. So I'm thinking, maybe there's like a purge gonna happen, or maybe everyone's gonna get their skulls and we're not even gonna get to go into elimination ever. So I feel like he was definitely playing a waiting game. But also, why wait all the way now? Like for Lolo, like if you wanted to go in, you should have went in last week or the week before. Like you guys were not working since day 2, like very well with each other, and
Yeah, I think Lola's breaking down. I hope we don't see another female DQ outside of the crater, but man, she made it all the way through Celebrity Big Brother, I think. So but she sure seems like at her breaking point.
Yeah,
well, I think Lolo was
at that point. We were there for like already a month and a half.
Yeah, that puts it in context. Yeah.
Well, I think Lolo was too busy picking out China patterns to.
Well, Jonny, back to your point though about Nam's strategy. Like Nam is like, we have numbers. We have all these friends who'll help us. The friends he's counting on are Kyle, Devin, and CT, who are also themselves very much in the minority.
Yeah, well, it did feel last week in which they had a little more power.
No, I agree, but
I feel like the script has been flipped based on we'll get there when we get there, and now the second half of the game is it's now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think its philosophy works in the first half of the game, but we're not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like Lolo's been right for a lot of this game when she's been saying like, Nam, those are not good allies for us. Those are good allies for you. I think their better allies are if they run with Lolo's Big Brother crew, because those are the people in power. And she's been saying that for weeks, and Nam's been buddying up with Kyle and Devin.
Mhm. Yeah, they're two different sides for sure.
But is Lolo even a part of the Big Brother crew?
I mean, apparently she was. I didn't even know that. Honestly, I didn't even know. And what made it even watching it, I was so confused because towards like a week before I went in, I remember being in the sauna with Big T and Gabby, and we're just like talking game talk. And Lolo walked in and she was like, so girls, like, who should we make the next house vote? Like, we should all come together and work together and get some of these vet girls out because they're coming for us rookie girls. And I'm like, aren't you with these people? Like, I'm so confused.
I think she's confused too.
Yeah, I don't understand because she's a rookie, but she's been on the champs before, like the champs versus pros or whatever. And so I don't know. She's sort of done the challenge, sort of hasn't. She's sort of been on Big Brother, sort of hasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know where to place her.
She considered herself a rookie.
Okay.
And a lot of people did, but also they saw her as like a big threat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think if she had framed herself as not a rookie, she would have done better for herself. I think putting yourself in that hazy spot, you're just like, eh. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, so the compromised agents, her Amber M and Corey, congratulations. And we find out it's a hall brawl. TJ is not happy with Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
How intense was that? Because like we've seen him like, you know, throw out a comment or two about his displeasure, but this seemed a little much, and and I liked it.
Yeah.
So what was it? Was it awkward? Was it just like, oh?
Yeah, it was really awkward, and especially because right before he asked Gabby, I'm like, yeah, like I want to come into the crater and earn my skull. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And when he asked her, he was just, you know, she's like an inch taller than me, you know, it's a good size, good height. And he just seemed like it was really awkward, honestly. And I remember I looked at her and I was like, it's okay. Like, I'm still going to be your friend if you want to come in. But she, you know, didn't want to do a physical elimination. So
yeah, I mean, in the history of reality television, I've never seen someone basically like, you know, it's just like, you see who's here. Like I mean, like, you know, I don't think you like the term layup. I'm not a fan of the term layup, and I would never call you a layup. I don't think, but TJ's like, here's your layup. Like, what are you waiting for?
Like, hello, a hall brawl, the smallest person in the house. I'm giving you what you want right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she didn't, because I may not remember a lot of eliminations that happened this season, but I will always remember Amber v. Amber hall brawl. That is an iconic moment. So very good.
All right. Yeah. So this is not a regular hall brawl. This is 3 balls added to the mix. And we quickly learned that Amber B played rugby. Mm-hmm. Did not know that. Did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, that would have been good intel. But Amber, you were ready to play dirty. I was very excited for that. Were you concussed at the beginning? Like, is that why we see you just drop your ball?
So I grabbed the wrong ball.
Okay. So
was yelling at me saying, you got the wrong ball. Like, you took Amber B's ball. And I think they thought I was trying to cheat.
Yeah.
I grabbed her ball out of my thing. So I was really confused, honestly. It was so confusing.
Okay, you were not concussed.
No.
Okay, I was just worried, like that second hit. That second hit at the beginning, like I was just like, oh my God, is she just concussed out of the gate?
Yeah, the first hit I was already done. Honestly, I was really done. But I grabbed her ball by accident, and I guess trying to tell me that I was cheating or something. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, because we ended up stopping for a second. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought that was my ball. Like, everything's happening so fast.
Sure.
About the black ball is mine. Like, I grabbed her silver ball instead. But yeah.
Yeah, 2 thumbs down on the twist they added to the hall brawl. The beauty
Not
of the hall
needed.
brawl is its simplicity, right? It's 2 people running at each other and hitting
Right.
each other in a hall. That's awesome. Don't add all this other stuff. It was difficult for you as a participant. It was difficult for me as a viewer, and John didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Equipment they put on me was so heavy. Like, they put on these big shoulder pads and this helmet. I'm like going to the side because it's just so heavy. I couldn't see shit because the helmet was like coming off. It was uncomfortable. It was horrible. I had sand in my eye. It was just the worst night ever.
All right. So if the 3 balls are not added to this unnecessarily anyway, is it closer?
I know I would have held on to her leg longer, I would have held on until and just moved little by little just to get through. But who knows? Like, she did her thing. She's a rugby player. She has a height difference and weight difference on me. So that I know that plays a big factor in hall brawls. So.
And CT pointed out that knowing how to take a hit when you're colliding with someone is such an advantage, even regardless of size. If you're playing rugby and used to just plowing into people, that's huge to know what to expect.
Never done something like that in my life. Like, I've never, ever done something so physical. And when I hear that I have to do it 6-8 times, how I was just like, y'all are just doing me dirty, for real. Yeah. We could have just kept it simple. But no, it was horrible.
I can tell you all the hits I've taken have not helped me. So
those are mostly sucker punches. That's different.
Yeah, lots of them. So none of which instigated by me. All right. So shockingly, Amber B wins and stays with Darrell.
Mm-hmm.
And shockingly, or not so shockingly on this point, Corey will get a new partner.
Yeah. I loved when Amber was offered a new partner and Corey just holds out his arms and she immediately, no.
Just like she goes, let me stop you right there, TJ. Don't even finish this. As far as he's concerned, hell no.
That curse is real. Whoever his next partner is, I don't know, but good luck to you.
Wow. So how would you rate your performance on your first season of the challenge?
On a scale 1 through 10, I would say probably a 6-7.
Okay.
Definitely over 5. I feel like I played a good political game, and I had people who've known each other for years vote against those people, and I was getting through people's head, and so I felt like my strategy game was great. My political game was strong. I knew going into the house I was going to be the smallest girl, so I knew I wasn't strong, but, I had to make up for it. But, I'm going to get in the gym, get strong, and who knows?
Yeah. So how do you feel about your edit?
I'm okay with my edit. Rookies usually don't get a lot of airtime, and I felt like I got some decent airtime. I feel like viewers got to know who I am. And also, I just walking into that whole situation, I told myself I want to be true to myself and who I am and keep it real. And I felt like I did that. I didn't lie. I didn't have to be a fake head. So I did my.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. If I was a producer on MTV, which I'm obviously not because Devin's on the show, you would be my first casting of all the rookies this season. You'd be the first callback. I thought you brought it in if not in the hall brawl, you brought it in the confessionals and in your interpersonal reactions. So really good.
Yeah. No, I thought you killed it. As I said, I wanted this to be more of a celebratory episode, and I hope. Do you think I jinxed you? Was that?
No.
Okay. There wasn't alternate episodes that would have aired if I hadn't chose you to be on. Okay. Just making sure. So no, I thought you're great. So has your workout regimen changed since the challenge?
Oh yeah, for sure. obviously, like, hearing people calling me small and weak, it didn't feel good at all. And now I'm just like working out and getting stronger for myself because I know how it feels, to be looked down at and people just calling you like a little girl, baby, all that stuff. So I, just want to get strong for myself and, prove to people like that are my size that, we can do our thing. We can be strong too. We could be petite and strong, just keep going and don't give up.
What is your work like? Are you doing like CrossFit or just free?
I'm not at that level yet. I want to do CrossFit because I'm trying to be like Natalie.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
And just like lifting heavy weights now. I wasn't doing that before, so I was just like focusing just like on squatting and like doing ab workouts. But now I need some like muscles on my arms and on my legs.
I squat twice a day.
Oh, there we go.
Be here all night, folks. All right. Amber M, where can everybody find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Instagram, Amba with 3 A's _, and on Twitter, Amba1210.
Awesome. And are you doing cameos and stuff?
No, not yet.
Why not?
I did it before when I was on my first show, but then I was like, I just kind of like stopped doing it. But a lot of people have been reaching out to me about it, so I'm gonna get back on that. I don't remember my name on that. I think it's Amba1210 as well.
Yeah, you better get back on there, girl. Like, shoot, I've knocked out like 40 this week.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'd rather have you talking to me than me talking to me. Promise.
Yeah. We'll have links to all Amber's profiles in the episode description as well, so feel free to look below.
Yes. So, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is really cool.
Thank you for having me, guys. It was a great time chatting with you.
Awesome.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you, Amber. And we'll see everybody next week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll find out what this security breach is all about. And apparently, I need to figure out how I'm going to interact with Devin for an hour next week.
Good luck.
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Researched and developed for 3 years to be made by people, not patients, Lucy's created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually does taste great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, even in the gym. I'm so excited that Lucy is sponsoring us because one of my best friends in the world, he's trying to quit smoking. His girlfriend's been getting on him for years. He's a big menthol smoker, and the wintergreen flavor is a really nice substitute for him that he absolutely loves. So this is the thing that you need to check out if you've been trying to kick your tobacco habits.
I have a family member that's tried the pomegranate, and they say it's one of the greatest tasting gums they've ever had. We're not talking nicotine gum. We're talking any gum. So if you've been discouraged by other nicotine gums, try the pomegranate. And also for the lozenge, the cherry ice is allegedly the best. And you know what? I believe them. But as far as enjoying anywhere, I heard at the gym, you get a little extra bump from the lozenge and from the gum.
Boom. It's 2020. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal, and a subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down.
Reality NSFW listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR to get 20% off all products, including gum and lozenges. That's Lucy, LUCY.co. That's right, CO, and use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. So that's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code SURVIVOR, and we thank them for sponsoring the Reality NSFW podcast. This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, Blue Chew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Blue Chew, BLUECHEW.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.